This woman asked me to play a benefit show in Australia last month, and I was in Adelaide, and I met her. She had crazy long dreadlocks, like the longest dreadlocks I'd ever seen, way down, reeked of patchouli, like heavy patchouli, and lived on a compound where, like, when she takes a shit, she like puts wood chips on it and stuff and uses it to grow vegetables and stuff, and like has all these crazy kids running around, and like total, like what I call outhouse hippie. Like there's like poser hippies and then full on out, like off the grid hippies. Like they don't pay for anything, right? And she's like grows everything. It's like can recycle anything. Somebody throws away a car, can build it. She can do it herself. So she says, will you play this benefit? And so I thought the whole time that I was doing it, it was for a cancer fund. Like a benefit, not for cancer, obviously, against cancer. So she says to me, will you play this benefit show? So I said, yeah. And she says, listen, I'll fly you into Adelaide from Perth, because I was going to be in Perth and I had one day off. Like, this is the only day I have free. So she flies me into Perth, and when I get there, I realize it's at a birthing center. Now, I'd never played a show in a birthing center before, nor did I know that birthing centers existed, but there's a birthing center, and this woman runs it, and she assists women at birth, because she's totally off the grid. She doesn't believe in hospitals or anything, so she's the person who's there when the women have birth, and she teaches them about breastfeeding and about how to give birth. So all these babies have been born in this place, and there's all these hippie women there while I'm playing, right? So I walk inside, and on the wall there's just pictures of women giving birth, like with their legs spread apart, babies' heads coming out all bloody, and husbands like this, crying, you know, like everywhere. It's just like pictures of babies being born, and then stuff about breastfeeding. Make sure you breastfeed this way. So I get up to play the show, and I'm kind of hungry at first, so I got about a half hour to go on. So I say, can I get a cup of tea? So she goes to make tea, but I look at the milk, and she goes, and I don't trust where the milk's come from. She goes, this is like totally unpasteurized, unhomogenized milk, and it was all clumpy. I put it in the tea, it was clumping up, and I go, so I didn't want that, and I go to open the freezer just to see if there was something in there to eat. I didn't know it was the freezer, and she goes, oh, don't open that. That's just frozen placentas. The women eat the placentas because of the source of iron in it, and so we keep all the frozen placentas in there. She goes, but here, have some veggie lasagna with the red marinara sauce. And I was like, I don't think so. I was thinking, I don't know. It's not like the pizza you make. Like, not at all. It's like, yeah, lasagna. Totally. It was. So I look at it and I'm like, I don't really want to eat that. So then I just figure I'll play the show. So I'm playing the show, and I don't really look up at first. I had my eyes shut while I was playing, and then when I opened my eyes, I realized there's like 15 women in front of me, and they're all breastfeeding their babies, but they don't even care at this place in Adelaide. Like the women just have their tops all the way down, not one boob out, not even trying to cover it. So I look out, and there's like 15 women topless, like, each one with a baby on their boob. So I saw the song and I go, this is so cool. I started laughing, this is better than going to a strip club. Like, this is great. So this girl who's breastfeeding liked this song that I had written with this singer from America named Jewel, and it was a hit in America called You Remember Me. So she goes, would you mind if I sang with you on that song that you wrote with Jewel? So I said, sure, but you're breastfeeding right now. And she goes, that's cool. So she comes up on stage, takes the baby off her boob, hands it to the other one who has a boob free, and that lady just starts letting the kid. And I go to her, you can't do that. And she goes, haven't you ever heard of a wet nurse? That's where it all came from, because back in the day, women were too posh to breastfeed, so they'd have a woman to be the boob for the kid, because the women didn't want to do it. That was what a wet nurse came from. So they're just like all sharing boobs with these kids. So anyways, I give the card to a girl after that, and she goes, I'll do a couple songs alone. So she does a couple songs, and then this woman comes in with these cake balls, chocolate cake balls on like a popsicle stick. And I go, those look trustworthy. So I take 3 of them, I'm starving, right? Get a total sugar buzz going. I'm so hungry, I eat 2, and I get like shaky, and then the last cake ball drops off and goes into my crotch, right there, and I can't find it. It's hotter than hell, and it's melted into my crotch. So that girl's singing, so I go, shit. So I gotta go in the bathroom. So I go into the bathroom, and I get some toilet paper, white toilet paper, and I start wiping off the chocolate here. So it's all chocolatey, right? And I'm looking at it, and I go, and right then I noticed I hadn't locked the door, I guess, because they opened, I was going, I have the toilet paper like this, and I go, And I was looking at chocolate, I go, this chocolate's good. And I look over, and there's two women going, oh my God, because all they see is the toilet paper. So I go, well, you ate your placenta. And they just shut the door, and then I had to go back and play it. They were so disgusted. The whole thing was just wrong. And I was embarrassed, and I could see them talking like, he eats his poo. That guy eats his poo. We staggered outside, two figures posing, bobbing and weaving, the pubs were all closing. Stumbled upstairs as the rain started pouring. The roommate was naked and passed out and snoring. And I believe I drunk out your number. My hands started shaking, I felt encumbered. I poured a bourbon in a tumbler with rocks. Your voice sounded just like a music box. Your voice sounded just like a music box. No pain, no gain. I drive you insane. Left in the rain. My heart is staying. Well, you yelled in my ear for me to get home, but the party was raging and I dropped the phone. We tripped outside as the sun started rising. Tried to buy more, but it was false advertising. But I believe we trolleyed to Mexico. We shot tequila, the sun was aglow. I dialed your number at the phone by the docks. Your voice sounding just like a music box. Your voice sounding just like a music box. No pain, no gain. I drive you insane. Left in the rain. My heart is staying. Oh, we're not through. P.S. I love you. Well, we almost got locked up for public urination, but we paid off the cops right in front of the station. We sheepishly crossed the international border, and back in the States, well, our lives were in order. But I believe I finally came home. I said I was sorry, you look so alone. I stripped all the way to my boxers and socks. Your voice sounding just like a music box. Your voice sounding just like a music box. No pain, no gain. I drive you insane. And I am to blame. Our hearts are